London Jen, Battle Rap World. You know what we are here for because it's there in the title. Ryda versus Drugz. Absolutely fucking crazy. One rounder. Do or die battle league. The resurrection card. My guy, D.I. the Henny Man, my friend, my co-host on the Verified Source show, resurrected his do or die battle league. DMV shit. Crazy card. Ryda and Drugz. Henny Man versus Excel, Cuban versus Bill Collector, fire performance from Twerk. Go and check those out now on the Battle Rap Trap YouTube channel. Dope event. Dope event. DMV is back. Can't wait for the next event. But let us get right into this one. Man, this one rounder. I'm seeing it being called one of the best one rounders of all time. Classic one rounder. It was a fucking one round war. These guys, like Goonie Gang, there was speculation going into the battle, as it often is the case when the battlers are friendly or have been friendly or are known to have a friendly association. You wonder just how competitive the battle is going to be. Drugz starts his first round with a shot fired at Henny Man. Wasn't fucking with that at all. But he lets you know, oh, it ain't gonna be that though. Like, if you thought this was gonna be friendly, nah, we're battling. Lets you know. Says to him, you're dead to me and I hope you die. Basically. In the first few bars, he says, you're dead to me, hope you die. We got a battle. He then goes on to say, like, we've known each other since the age of 12. So it's like, oh, okay. You two are really familiar with each other. This might get personal. And it does. He goes with the fairly obvious angle with Ryda. You're an alcoholic. You drink too much. And the funniest thing, when he sort of coming up with he's starting on this you're an alcoholic angle, the funniest thing for me is Your Honor's face in the background. Your Honor standing in the background and he's just like open mouth gape, like, can't quite believe what's going on. And he keeps that face for most of the battle. And actually the crowd's faces they tell the story of this battle. They really do. That really entertained me. Then he has a bar in there. You brag about all the bitches you fuck. What good is it if you wake up and you can't remember that shit? So again, sort of a couple. Oh shit, I didn't lose it. Okay, all right, I'm back. Okay, wicked. I'm back. Can I just start from here? My Wi-Fi just cut out. The stream just dropped, or this recording, I'm on StreamYard, it just dropped. And I thought I lost everything. I did. And I feel like I got to the end where I'm not going to do this again. And I'm not going to do it again because I did the first recap. I was a little slurred in my speech, let's say. I've been to Casa Amigos and I didn't like it. So I did it again today and I got halfway through and I realized, no, I got 2/3 of the way through and I realized I wasn't recording. So I hit record, started again for the third time or maybe even fourth time. And yeah, it just cut out halfway through. But now it looks like I'm back and I've got it. So let's just carry on. Yeah, Ryder finishes with the "never liked you anyway, you pretty motherfucker." Uh, um, so punching in this bit here because I've realized I left out half of Drugz' round. This is how much I've done this so many times I didn't even know where I was left off. So Drugz has the bar, brag about all the bitches you fuck. What good is it if you wake up and you can't remember the shit? Fire, crazy, love that. And yeah, it plays into the most popular Ryder angles. You drink and you fuck bitches. What's the point? What's the point? Loved it. Then he comes back with the 2 hours prep. They try to lie me. 2 hours prep. They try to lie me. This is a theme throughout his battle. He talks about the 2 hours prep. Don't know why it was 2 hours prep. Battle was announced sort of 5-6 weeks before the night. Well, I do know why he's saying 2 hours prep. If you want to know more about that, go and check the shows that we did on Verified Source. Tiara Hennyman speaks about that very thing. We did a recap show of this and we showed that battle, but also after the event, Henny talks about that in detail. It's got some words for Drugz in there. So if you want to know about the 2 hours shit, go and watch that. Battle Rap Trap, Verified Source. But yeah, keeps coming back with this. He tried to line me. Now he goes on, calls Ryder pussy. He does his floor slapping shit. We get that, passionate, energetic, high-pitched Drugz that we love. Comes back on that same angle, 30 plus, you fuck all these bitches with no kids. Alcohol lowers your semen count. Crowd were mad pawsy. They weren't all feeling that. I was feeling it. I don't do that poor shit. I'm a woman and, don't have to. But yeah, that was funny as fuck. Funniest thing was my other co-host, shout out Will Spiff, Trapsolutely saying, stop drinking. I need a nephew. I thought that was hilarious. Then oh no, it's not that bit. Then he's got a bit in there where he talks about sort of what Ryder does and what he's doing. He didn't find his feet until he went to Battle Rap Trap. You can't do anything without Henny. Fire. Like that. Again, the faces in the crowd. This is a DMV crowd, Goonie crowd, Battle Rap Trap crowd. There's a lot of people who know each other fairly well in there. So all the faces in the crowd were very expressive, let's say. Then Drugz gets to what is probably the bar of the battle, bar of the night. Nice setup as well. As if Ryder liquor car crash ain't adding up. That's what he says. As if Ryder liquor car crash ain't adding up. Ryder liquor 1 + 1 = car crash. Like that. Finishes it with, ain't pouring out shit for my dead homie. You've had enough. If you die, I ain't pouring out shit for you. You've had enough. Oh, Drugz. Damn, that was good. That was really good. Love that. Shook the whole room. Everybody and their auntie in there was shooketh. Then he says, as a friend, I've never been to your house, yet you want to drink Casamigos. I was like, oh, I thought you two were friendly. You've never been to his house. Okay, all right. Like that, though. That was dope. The Casamigos, amigos in Spanish. My friend's house, literally nice flip on that. Then he brings it back to this whole Richmond thing, the Richmond story was brought up several times in this battle. He says Ryda got his ass whooped by security. Moon took your money. You couldn't stand up for yourself. I want to know more about what happened in Richmond. Then he's finishing up. He says, leave Ryda hanging in the middle of the street, like the Uber cancelled. Fire. Love that. Then he has like a couple of odd random bars, maybe where, 2 hours prep. He's just throwing some stuff at the end, which kind of is a bit disjointed. He throws a Kiki bar in there. And he's got never liked you anyway, you pussy motherfucker. Nice. It was a nice way to, you pretty. Freudian slip. I'm not re-recording that bit. Never liked you anyway, you pretty motherfucker. I don't know why pussy come out there. Apologies. That's not what he said. That wasn't the intention. I don't know why I said that. Freudian slip, like I say. But I know why I said it, because I was already thinking about what I was going to say next. Dope round from Drugz. But yeah, you called him basically a pussy alcoholic for 11 minutes. Still hit though. Still hit. Dope round. Drugz had haymakers, room shakers in there. Entertaining as fuck. You get that passion, that high-pitched emotion, that aggression that you want and expect from Drugz. All of that was in there. I think he kind of used the obvious angles for Ryda. Well, not the obvious, but the well-used angles. You're a pussy and you're an alcoholic. I'm not saying that, Ryda. Shout out to you. Much love. I'm not saying you're a pussy and an alcoholic. I'm just saying those are the angles that are often put in front of you. So now it's Ryda's time to rap. After that round, I'm thinking, Ryda, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for you. That was a fire round. That was a winning round. Fight back. And he fights back with a rebuttal. He says, something about wishing I was dead, I'm still here for you, pour out a fifth or something. But it's so when he says you're wishing I was dead, but I'm still here for you, Drugz says fuck. And it's really funny. It's really funny. It's appropriate, kind of lightens the mood a little bit, but it sets the tone. It sets the tone for what's to come. But we'll get into that. Because, yeah, it was very light-hearted and everyone was laughing. Didn't say that. Didn't stay that long. Because Ryda gets another, couple bars in, 3-4 bars in, before he's sort of trying to finish Ryda's material, his line, before he's got a chance to spit it. And just sort of talking to the audience, talking to the people next to him, turning his back on Ryda, just making it difficult for him to rap to me. At one point, he mouths terrible at something Ryda says, and he just looks a little extra. Ryda took a second to heat up in that round. Well, it's the only round, but he took a second to heat up. When he gets to the shouldn't mix drugs with alcohol, but I brought the 40 anyway, that's when Ryda starts getting his bag and he's building some momentum. He's talking to New Jersey Twerk, has a don't jump in this battle, referring to his crash, has a metal to metal bar, fire. Twerk did not look too impressed by that. He tells him he has a bar, left every ounce of drugs on a digital scale, fire. And then he says, in response to Drugz, stop telling niggas you know me since you were 12. Then Drugz says in response, I'm about to lie. And then he kind of goes on a mini rant. He keeps talking. I think Henny says to him, rap, nigga. Like, what are you doing? It's a battle rap. And he says, like, I do what I want. Like, he just looks, he looks mad petulant up there. He just looks, it doesn't look professional. It doesn't look like he's been paid to come and do a job. He just looks like he's just passionate. Passionate. I'm using that word instead of others now. There are other words that I previously used, but I can understand how maybe everybody doesn't love to hear that they're emotional or sensitive. So I use passionate instead, because that is generally where it comes from. It comes from a place of passion. So he looks quite petulant. He's constantly talking through Ryda's round. He's distracting the audience. Like, it doesn't look great. And it messes up with Ryda's momentum a little bit. And then Ryda has a line in there: before you met Twerk and joined the Bloods, you were a little homie to me. I like that whole bit, but it kind of, Drugz is playing into that. He's looking like a little homie, like he's looking, you know, like a young boy up there who doesn't know how to deal with the situation. Ryda has to actually say, stop talking when I'm rapping. And then, like, Drugz comes back and says, we agreed, no lies. It's like, stop being so messy. Ryda then calls him a player 2-ass nigga. He's got a Mario Luigi thing. Player 2-ass nigga playing off the Twerk thing. Fire, dope, loved it. And he starts an angle saying he never wanted Drugz in the Goonies anyway. As a Ryda, I always knew having Drugz in the whip was a liability. Yes. Go on, Ryda. Keep going. He's built back that momentum. He's, you know, getting his bars off finally. He's kind of had to ignore Drugz and his back turning and neck rolling, or, you know, whatever it is Drugz is doing up there. Says cremate him, the first to put Drugz in bottle form like a Colombian. Dope, love that. Love that. Yeah, he says to him, I know your type, easily heated. And it kind of proves the point. You are easily heated. You are up here heated in a battle. Calm down, bro. Then he says to him, I know your type, easily heated. You shoved Cuban mid-battle. It wasn't until your battle with me that gave you the push you actually needed. And the thing is, Drugz has just played into this whole angle. You are easily heated. Even when he's saying that, I don't know who he's going back and forth with, because it's not Cuban. Cuban's sitting on the stage, I think, at this point. So Drugz is going back and forth animatedly with someone in the crowd, whilst Ryda's trying to get his material off, saying, you know, you're easily heated. It kind of just plays into Ryda's material. Then he has this fire basketball scheme kind of coming towards a close of the round. We knew you before battle rap. He's saying we knew you before battle rap. Talks about all these things we knew about before you came to battle rap. Nigga even slapped the floor when he raps. All signs of being so defensive. Fire. Had a one-on-one with Moon on the block, hands up. You were never supposed to be leaving your feet. Love, like, even me, I'm here in the UK, not a big basketball fan. I get all those references, and they work. They really work. And he's called him in there like, you know, you need to be the center of attention. And again, Drugz is just playing right into that, because even when your opponent is rapping, you are trying to make yourself the center of attention. Really worked. Ryda has a bar about the my expert opinion. Shout out to Matt Hoffa. We went on the show, nothing about the Goonies would be mentioned. And then You pop out saying, you know, why did the Goonies break up? It was between me and Ace. Center of attention thing. Nerve of a nigga named Drugz, and he ain't got control of his substance. Again, Drugz plays into all of these angles. Ryda finishes up the round. Mr. DMV, cases in all states versus a nigga with nothing on his jacket, playing bomber. Fire. Loved it. However, Drugz has just said in the first, what is it? He says you're on probation for DUI. Like you're playing up so Ryda in this round is kind of playing up his he's got cases in all states, you know, but Drugz has already said, yes, because you're an alcoholic, right? You've got cases in all states. So although the bar was fight, it was kind of pre-neutralized by Drugz. Then he finishes off with the woo nigga thing, blood crip, woo nigga, dope. Crazy round from both. For me, Ryda took it quite comfortably. And I think part of that is Drugz directly playing into everything Ryda's saying in real time. I think he said a bit more in terms of breaking down his opponent. He was a little more varied, whereas Drugz kind of stuck to the you're a pussy who fucks bitches and is an alcoholic. Now, I can't remember if I said this on the show the other day, but it's when Ryda plays into the I fuck bitches angle, you can't then say you shouldn't use that angle against Ryda. He uses it himself. He's still, you know, yeah. What was it versus Nun? He had the whole what was it? Something about my contact list is a whole card or something. I can't remember, but he plays into. He still continues to play into that. I think he even did it somewhere in this battle. So you can't really say those angles are played out if Ryda is still playing up to them. But I did think, yeah, Ryda just said more and more effectively. I think his round was structured a little better. Drugz certainly had the haymakers. That you know, pour it out for my dead homies, you've had enough, was crazy. But equally, you know, from Ryda, did I even read this well? I must have had it written down. I've done this so many times I don't even know what I've said. But I did say as a Ryda, I've always known Drugz was a liability. Fire. But yes, all in all, absolutely classic one rounder. These two brothers, these little Goonies, former friends who incidentally didn't piece it up. There was no dapping it up. There was no hug after the battle. It still didn't look friendly. I don't know what the situation is now or how they left that room. But yeah, awesome one round out. Shout out to Drugz and Ryda for putting on for us. Drugz, really, if you did prep in those 2 hours, then, you know, sensational. It just shows you what Drugz is capable of. Both of them were on form. Only real sort of tarnish on it was Drugz' petulance, which was a shame. But yeah, maybe that's something he could perhaps work on in the future. Obviously, they both talked about whatever happened a couple of hours before. Maybe that had a lasting effect and he was still feeling passionate about whatever happened. But I guess as a battle rapper, you need to be able to find a place where you step onto stage and all of that switches off and you're in professional mode. But go and check out that battle. It's out on Battle Rap Trap now. Shout out Do or Die. Shout out Drugz. Shout out Ryda. Shout out D.I. the Henny Man. Will Spiff absolutely did an awesome job hosting. Hold it down to everybody. And yeah, Do or Die will be back shortly, no doubt, with another dope DMV card. And I will recap that too. Now I'm just rambling. So I've been London Jen. This has been Battle Rap World, and we are out.